People during MK Ultra did not understand me. Why was it that I did not want to participate in MK Ultra? And I mean, have anything to do with anybody. Literally, I was bothered, disturbed, more than anything. I was raped to continue with this stuff. Through the psychiatric Slovenian police violence, this is what Germans, British have used with Americans. This is what was the tool. The best tool was Slovenian police, judiciary courts here, judiciary system. Not even a punitive psychiatry, just basically obsession to get me killed. No, this was not about the punitive psychiatry. I would not even acknowledge this as a punitive psychiatry. It's more than punitive psychiatry. A punitive psychiatry takes place in a political system that is reinventing its probably old patterns for the remaining elite, or maybe if it's a new elite that comes to power, can also use tools of oppression, psychiatry, police, courts to kill dissidents, etc., etc. But I never was any dissident. I was just a person who was doing my stuff. I was a dissident based on my birth, based on being alive. It's a different kind of dissidence, especially when you fight against certain system and support another system, and another support aligns itself, a system aligns itself behind you and is supporting you, but you get to learn over time that that system is actually even worse. That one really just is in it for something else. So that one is not even using a psychiatry. That one is using just hard kill elements to get rid of you. I don't even know how I view this cases. Here I'm going to list you an example of the German guy who was involved in MK Ultra. And this German guy, it was 2010 when he appeared at Home for Elderly People in Novomesto, the city where the father was. They had father inside. And he had this pillow, cervical pillow. This is a pillow like this. Let me demonstrate a little excerpt from the video. Okay, that's, I have to video record this stuff. This was what they play with. This is a type of pillow that is a neck pillow. They call it a cervical pillow. And helpful for your neck so it doesn't get stiff. It's very important to register this stuff. They evaluated also this stuff on the father. Father did use and did not use. There you go. Yeah, they wanted me to purchase this stuff, but I'm going to give a little history about this stuff. This is about something else here. This is just an example. Because anyhow, AliExpress, all this, they were all involved in it. And let me explain to you how I viewed the people in this case. Why I viewed the people in such a case. They were playing with this stuff. This isn't about the pillow. This is not about the proofs. People were just bigger problem. People were just this stuff questioned me. You know, they questioned me about why I felt in a certain ways. You know, the way I did. You know. So this German guy was this product that you see right there. That kind of pillow was developed in Germany. And it was developed in 2009 and 2010. The German guy in 2010 delivered also a different kind of product. One product was a very thin orthopedic, also if you like, they call this pillow, and he was dismissed by Home for Elderly People. 2009 was the year. Yanko, everybody, they were laughing at him with a psychiatrist cops. So he evaluated this pillow at Home for Elderly People, and of course he did have already substitute for that, I'm sure. And then he left. They did not approve of it, whatever, for the father. It was really no good, I understood, and he returned right back. And he had a different pillow that was a thicker pillow, and that was a good pillow. They gave that one to the father. Father did feel better. Home for Elderly People who learn about all this stuff changed nothing for the patients there, for the people. We have the same shit, basically old pillows, classic pillows, to vary today in 2025. Now the German guy did go to China in 2010. They start to manufacture this stuff. He said they started to manufacture this stuff immediately, therefore already in 2010, latest in 2011. Then he fixed the time and he said they started to manufacture this stuff in 2013. Looking at those pillows, by coincidence I saw it, something like, not precisely like a Google or YouTube algorithm, they pop me the videos to remind me of the past and people involved in it. Basically, these pillows were released, it appears to me, finally in 2024, 2025. So no, I cannot say that this was the same thing. That would get me in trouble. But this isn't a video. This is a video about something completely different. What this video is about. So there you have MK Ultra proof, another proof. Germans were the first that started to manufacture that stuff in China, literally. So they made a company made a blueprint, and then they went to China where they started to manufacture this stuff. So what's going on with this German guy? Also, I didn't want him. He was a very nice guy. This is a German guy. I think he did have a beard. Quite tall guy. I'm 182. I'm 6, and he was about probably 190 centimeters tall, something like that. And glasses. I think he did have a glasses too. 190 centimeter, I would say. And so there you have a proof, MK Ultra proof. So I didn't want these people. And it was a young person and a nice person. And it was other people like this that were nice. And it was all kinds of people. And I didn't want people. I didn't want to have anything to do with them. I didn't want to have anything to do with them. I didn't want to have anything to do with the British. I didn't want to have anything to do anymore with the Germans. I didn't want to have anything to do with the Dutch anymore. I didn't want anything to do with anybody anymore. And these young people that got involved in it, they knew what they were doing. They knew why I didn't want. They asked, well, what's going on, this and that. But they knew. You all knew about why I didn't want. This is what this video is about. Let's not lose the essence of this video. A little earlier I posted this stuff here, and this really gives you an idea about why I didn't want. All through you might even want to misinterpret this stuff. I have to make sure you don't misinterpret, that you understand me perfectly why. The reason why is stated down here. This is the reason why. These are the reasons. This is why I didn't want this. Now you see these protesters at the Berlin Wall. See all these people. Young people don't know anything about what went on. Only from the movies. You're never going to have a hand-on experience to meet these uniformed people or ununiformed people that could get you killed, and they did kill a lot of people. You're never going to experience any of that stuff. This picture here, for sure I was in the vicinity of this one here. This here. This is my kind of picture. It's not coming up. This one. The problem is, the biggest problem that I saw in young people is that all these fresh people, because the old people didn't serve anything, they didn't solve anything. Nobody solved. These people who pledged their loyalty to me and, they swear in the God and everything that they're gonna stop this and even save me and so on and so forth. They didn't have to save me because I saved myself. I crushed the Soviet Union. I was the one who did it. They didn't save shit. I went on to do all this, and God had mercy on me. God looked down on me, and He just made it happen this way. Simple as this. People did saw, just as I stated on the blog, the world through my eyes. And this is how changes started to take shape in a different vision popped up out of nowhere. But nobody saw himself in me. Nobody saw herself in me. Can't say any one of you that you saw yourself in me. Jobs, careers, businesses, all kinds of issues. This is what you saw yourself in. People don't see this as human suffering. They don't see one as something they necessarily want to become part of it and take part in it. People don't do that. People are very, very cautious about that stuff. They stay away from it. And they even view that as a mental illness or a potential to be labeled as mentally ill if you get involved in a life of somebody with a high political profile, political involvement, through whom all kinds of crime basically is being no, I'm gonna say transferred through, but this really was like a highway of nothing other than crime. And so I don't want these people, I don't want any one of you, because you were no good as a people, as a human beings. Your old parents, your grandparents, they were no good. They were up to no good. And what you inherited, what you came on the picture, you were just as bad as your parents, as your grandparents, as your relatives, as your people from your country. You were just as bad as the people on the top that were doing this stuff. You are completely indifferent from these people. You all knew, every one of you who got involved in it, who I was. This dossier was available, the file was available to absolutely everybody who ever got involved in it. They had a ability through their government to view the file, classified file, and only had access if you kept quiet, silent, and this doesn't matter, this stuff. It really doesn't matter. Because what you did was, do you know what you did with your involvement in this case? With your testifying for me, for the proofs? You went on to rewrite the history. You went on to falsify the history. And the man without the history, the man without the past, never existed. It doesn't exist. That's what British royals were the best. They are the best falsifiers. career criminals, the best one, historically looking, falsifying documents, falsifying history of the nations, deleting nations. You, with your presence in my case, you went on to give them a full assistance in doing that. And there was no way for me to get out of this matrix. There was no way for me to get out of this labyrinth of death. Not matrix, but the labyrinth of death. You can never make it out. And you never make it alive. You never make it out. You never make it alive if you remain the man without the history. Because everything is happening to you because you are without the history. They claim that you have to explain the world who you are, this and that. Yeah, you are man without the history. And the way they delete the history is, they don't pay you for what you accomplished. They promise you hundreds of billions of dollars. Car factories. They don't pay you dime. They don't give you shit. They don't give you nothing because they claim that only if you manage to prove. This is how it is. When it all starts, it's not definite. They don't talk about that you're going to have to prove these things. As it goes along, and even entire Soviet Union collapsed down. Entire Eastern Bloc. There was no reason anymore to do this. No reason to pay out. Or at least no reason to let go. At least no reason to let go. But they continue to do what is known as a game. This is what they call game. And so you young people came on a picture to give me assistance, to help me out, for me to identify you. Now me identifying you is my given a title, my title to your owners, to your British royals, to your Dutch royals, to your Scandinavian royals, to French, to German elites, politicians, to American politicians, billionaires, whatever you want. Me giving title to them, those people who supposedly are behind me and claimed in my name, justice in my name. That's what you do. You take my title, my past, away from me. It's a rip-off, it's a theft, and you say, boom, you grab it like this, your past, and for every one of us you're going to identify, it's going to be a piece of you that's going to given. It's going to be given to the scum that literally deleted my life since I was a baby. You understand what you were doing with your involvement in MK Ultra? You were not doing anything. You were covering up for your British royals, for your German, British, French, Italian, Spanish royals, elites, Scandinavians, and so on. What you were doing is you falsified, you forged the history. This is what you are doing with your assistance and with your help. And I sure enough could possibly not see myself in you. You understand? I could not see myself in you. Because instead of being paid, I was given the so-called assistance. And with every one of you engaging in torture also. I was also killed. I was killed, and at the same time, in a parenthesis, I was given assistance. You know, this is why you're no fucking good. Because you, the people from the West, this is who you are. You are witnesses. But whose witnesses? You're not my witnesses. You're not my witnesses. And you're never going to be my witnesses. I was on your side. I bailed you out. I did all this. But for the hell of it, I did not know I have a work to do with the Lucifer, with the Satan. That's all there is. Thank you so much for your assistance, for your support, for everything you have done for me, because this is coming from my heart to you. And I really want to thank you. But I'm going to say thank you, no. You forged. What you did was a forgery, was a theft of life. It started when I was a baby. I'm 53. Maybe the best video so far I have made, and it's something that curled in my head all the time during MK Ultra. And it finally curled out that would be important also to explain why and how did I saw your involvement in this MK Ultra case, which eventually, after 39 years of MK Ultra lynching, torture, killing, poisoning, breaking, spine breaking, landed me even inside of the psychiatric hospital. This is what the fuck you did with your involvement, with your help, with your assistance.